Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on more graphs. Dot plots. As the name suggests, dot plots use single dots that represent a single measurement. It is one of the simplest type of graphs. Let's look at an example. The following are the ages of students in the school band. So these are all the separate ages. Our question is the task is to show the above data on a dot plot and answer the questions. So basically all you do the line here and you work out that the lowest age is 12, so you look through the numbers and you'll see 12 is the lowest age and 17 is the highest. So you just put the numbers from 12 to 17. You start from 13, excuse me, and you do a dot. Then you cross off the 13. Then you go from 16 and you put a dot and you cross off the 16. And you keep going till you've used all the numbers. And here is the dot plot, so if we do it carefully, we'll end up with a graph like this. Now we can answer the questions. What percentage of students are 17 years of age? Okay, so you can see that there are 3 students, and when you add all the dots or all the numbers, you have 20 altogether. So the percentage is that 3 over 20. To convert that to a percentage, just multiply it by 100 over 1. So that's the working. That gives us 3 times 100 is 300, 20 times 1 is 20, 300 over 20 is 15%. So that's the answer. How many students in the band are at least 14 years old? At least 14 years old. So I'll go back to the graph. At least 14 means 14 and above. So you just add those 4 numbers. Let's see how we do that. So we have 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3. They were the, excuse me, the numbers. So that gives us 17 students. How many students in the band are at most 15? At most. So we'll go back to the graph. At most 15 means 15 or less. 15 or less. So you've got 6, 4, 2 and 1. So we'll go back to the other page. So we've got 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. That's 13 students. The next type of graph is the horizontal column graph. This is very similar to a vertical column graph. It essentially gives the same information in graphical form, but is horizontal in nature. So the above graph shows the favourite colours for 35 students. We can see that the most popular colour is yellow and the least popular is green. So yellow has the longest. Okay. You can see there it's the longest column. And the least popular is green, because that's the shortest column. Side-by-side column graph. This type of graph is used to compare 2 sets of results in the same survey. Here's a classic example. We have choice of sports. A class consists of 35 students. There are 16 boys and 19 girls. They were asked to pick one sport from a choice of 3. The sports were golf, tennis and hockey. So with respect to golf, the boys are the blue column and the girls are this colour. So the number of boys that picked golf was 9. The number of girls that picked golf was 11. The number of boys that picked tennis was 6. The number of girls that picked tennis were 5. And the number of boys that picked hockey were 1. And the number of girls that picked hockey were 3. What was the most popular sport among the boys? We have golf, because that's the longest column. What was the least popular sport overall? That means combined, using both boys and girls, the least popular was hockey. You can see that. It's quite evident to see that. How many students like tennis? Well, you have to add the 6 and the 5 together, and that gives you 11 students like tennis. Finally, we have the line graph. Line graphs are very popular because of their accuracy. They are very versatile and can be used in many different situations. So here is a line graph from January to December, and it shows the temperature for each month. That is the average temperature. So the average temperature for each month. What was the hottest month? Obviously, that's the apex there. So the hottest month was July. Which 3 months could be the winter months? Now they were the cold ones. So which 3 temperatures are the lowest? Well, here we have December, January and February. So we could probably assume that they were the winter months, December, January and February. And what was the difference in temperature between July and April? July was 24, April was 14, 24 minus 14 is 10 degrees. So this video has given us some good examples of different graphs that we can draw to represent data. And when the graphs are drawn, we can make some important conclusions and draw some information that was presented in the data.